Okay, this is another video. These are a new video. Here we have Tunesia number one. I haven't figured out what to do with the bag yet, but right now this is a plastic bag. I'm technically not going to bag it, but since I didn't like the format of the black screen, I'm going to redo this again. So I'm not going to go over all the commentary, not that there was much, but anyway, this is the comic Tunesia. I've located this page as well. And here, if you saw the previous video, this was edited in. Looks phenomenal, right? See? Old school cut and paste. Alright, so here's a mock-up from the last video. I didn't quite know why the pages had that awful acidy glue. Um, and that's because that's how they built the mock-up. So this would be the mock-up of the book as it appeared. It actually here is to size, and it looks like it has a bit of a bleed. I gotta make sure that I keep this frame because sometimes I get distracted on what I'm looking at and not paying attention. Anyway, this we're going to pass over. This is the weird, unenforceable piece of nothing. This was an interior page. I never referred to myself as far as I can remember with that. I was always Patrick. So how that happened, I don't know. But that's very, very old school that the people would do that with my name. It's like, ugh. Never liked it. There's an extra bag I'm going to save for something else. So anyway, we're going to go through this again. This is, oh, we're back to front now, so we're going to go backwards, which is kind of okay. So, I believe in the new works, I have phased this character out. Um, you know, it was influenced by something that stole parts of it later. Um, anyway, I had to think. Okay, why is it called Tunesia is a question, and why do they have all these names? It was the 80s. Sun City was a big thing. U2 was a band I listened to. And somehow I got familiar with all those names, and they just appealed to me. Now, Tunisia is not the country of Tunisia. I'm hoping that. But there's something was called Tunisia. I think I'm going to go with Tunisia. But it's pronounced Tunisia. So, it's very interesting. I forgot about these. Um, it's just very interesting. I'm doing a better job of kind of capturing the art in this video, so this might be the more successful. Back to front. These are called popes. I've always called them popes. The lizards are a big thing. We got Guido, Lido, and Sergio. They were always, at later videos, you can see the 12, 13, 14-year-old drawings when I was 14, 12, when that age. I built all this stuff. And, yeah, I have them with the cancer sticks all the time. I just don't really ask me why, but I did. So that's called a pope. And he's a little, now he's a glowworm, but he's basically a slug. And there's Guido. See, there's more. See, they're always Guido, Lido, and Sergio. So back then, I just had them. The French Foreign Legion. That's where the little thing comes from. Anyway, we're still going through it. I actually wrote quite well, but I don't know that I wrote this quite well. And I don't know how great my writing is now. I know my storytelling is great. I have no issue with that. I don't care what anybody thinks. You know. But anyway. I don't know if you've ever seen giant monsters come out of swamps in episode 2. But obviously that had some kind of influence over this. Again, we have another one of those little scars, which I replaced the dragon, and I don't know why I didn't redo the whole page. Later on, you'll see that I have pages of half-finished work, and what's wrong with it? Well, I just changed my mind and redid the whole page. So, this is Lord Cinebus. This is Simon, and this is Morris. Morris with the U. So, Lord Cinebus, it's interesting because I have 30 years of development without publication. Well, some of it's been published. This was published, and there were some episodes later. But I've had 30 years to develop this. So these characters got a life to them that you can't imagine, you know. somehow I looked at some of the early, see, this is just me drawing, so it's like I'm writing stories about what I wanted to draw. He's got a crossbow. They won't have they don't have crossbows anymore. So, but anyway, the Pope's more like to say the same as Lord William, most likely, because the first one is he'll be announced as Lord William. That's the Queen of Tunesia herself. As grotesque as she can be, she's changed. Um, oh, it's not Lord William. From now on, it's Lord Chesterfield. Right now, it's Lord William. The first one's always Lord William. We're reading this back to front, so it's like, it's a different from the other one, but maybe we'll look at the art a little bit more. Now, versions of this character have stayed, but he's not. You think you're original as a kid, super original, but you're really not. So now the game is that, I'm sure you would call this influenced. I used to get so mad when people said it was influenced. And, but now, like, the way I'm at now, I could take all that, make it an homage, or twist it around. Now, it's Clancy's. I don't know what I called it. I can never remember what I called that place. We're back to front, so they got a new one to replace him. But yeah, Lord William always dies. These are out of order. Oh, no, it is. And so they were on the first one. And there you can see is a Pope. See, I'm trying to do symbology. I'd probably be much better at it now. But, I did. I mean, is that not Bill the Cat? I'm sorry. I wouldn't think, I didn't think I really did that. But I'm not like that now. I didn't even know half of what I was doing here. And here we come to the colors again. And it's going to get bad. I don't see any staining that would mean that this paper, see the acid, that's why it's brown. I don't see it staining onto the art. See how clear and white everything is? So I'm going to leave that. I think it's safer to leave it like that. And that's the end of it. So we're going to have episode 2. Bye.